Take two. Joy here. I forgot to hit the record button. So I'm home alone for a little bit. The guys have gone to Bernhardt for some battery issues. I had to take the old dead batteries up there because I guess the store pays you for the core or something. So they took those, and then they had to get some kind of little connector straps because the new batteries, the knobby things, are in a different location, and so the little straps weren't the right length or something. Anyway, they went to get that done, and they took pumpkin pants with them because, you know, little 7-year-old boys don't want to hang around with their grandma, evidently. But I did give him a haircut this morning, so I was excited. So what am I holding? One of you. I'll get the name and put it here in a little bit. But one of you, everybody told me about stain things. Thank you, thank you. But one of you said, make a bib. And said, quilting fabric, cut 6.5 inches by width of fabric 2 times. Sew right sides together and turn. And you have a bib. Says to add Velcro. I think that's a bird flying around my window over there. So I made it up, and I assumed you would Velcro it like this to the back. And I thought, well, you know, that's going to look like a bowl or a bucket or something, which would probably work. But I thought, I don't think that's how you're supposed to do this bib. So then I did it like this. Like this. And of course I made it white, so you know I can put it on like a scarf with anything. So I figured you put it on like this, and then, you know, cross it over in the front. And I don't know where you put the Velcro, but here somewhere. So perfect, right where I always drop my food, right down the center of me. And so, probably one stain, and this will be ruined, white cotton. Oh, I hope not. I wonder if you could spray it with something like that windshield wiper stuff and things would just roll off of it. I think that would be called plastic, Joy. But, I mean, for a granny bib that doesn't look ugly and awful, and I'll have to embroider it, of course, but then I'll be really upset if I get a stain on it. I just happen to have this here. And one of you told me that I could have used white fabric to make my facings. On that dress I made the other day, yes. I actually had said that in the video, but it's part that I cut out. Certainly, you can always use a plain fabric for facings because they don't show. So I have this much of this white, so I could make myself, goodness, at least 3 bibs. And then, I think what I need to do is make a little zipper bag like I made for Vivi and Philly for their birthdays. Yeah. And we could call it a bib bag. I may be inventing a brand new thing here, hey. But isn't that cute? You could put like a ring and like put this down in the ring. Let me see. Let's experiment here. I think you'd have to have it longer to do that. Let me see. You tie a ring around this. I mean, this took me 10 minutes to make. 10 minutes. Let me see. Now, there you go. There. So now you could do like that. That's cute, huh? That's cute. And that could be a bib. You know, as long as it's right here in the center of me. This is always where I spill. It's just like a river. A river runs through it, and the food goes to it. I know. I think that's adorable. So thank you for telling me that. I'm going to make 2 more right now, I really am. And I'm going to make a zipper bag. Snippets of my day, my friends. So I pressed it and I sewed a top stitch all the way around it. And so now, guess what I figured out I'm going to do? I'm going to make a little ring. That's what I'm going to put the Velcro on. A little ring. And so then I can just wrap it around. See? Let me do a pretend. How can you do a pretend ring? So then you can just like wrap it around and Velcro it, see? And so then you won't have to tie a knot in the bib. and nobody will ever know. I absolutely love this idea. Thank you so much. I need to figure out a way to do it in my own house with a paper napkin. I'll take a paper napkin a lot of times and I'll like tuck it right here, but it always falls out, it never stays. So I wonder if you could invent some kind of invention where you could put the paper napkin around your neck and attach it somehow. I'll have to work on that. But I just love this. I'm not kidding you, I'm gonna cut out 2 more. I'm making 3 of them, and I gotta make little rings to go with them too. I am loving this idea. Thank you so much. So the kids have left. This is Monday morning. We had a great time. But I'm playing with my bib again. My husband just came up here and I said, look at my bib. And he thought it was a great idea too. He said, you need to make them black, Joy. I said, well, maybe I'll make them in red, white, and blue. If I eat spaghetti, I'll wear the red one. And if I eat dark meat and gravy, I'll wear the black one. Or maybe I need to make a brown one. And I'll just wear this one for pancakes and syrup. I don't know. So what do you think? It's kind of, I hate collars, you know. Hate them. So it will only be for a bib. It will never be for a scarf. If it was for a scarf, I'd have to make it out of silk or something soft. We had another disaster here this morning. Well, mini disaster. I put in a big load of wash, you know, because it's been a big weekend for Jerry fishing and playing with the kids, and he had like 3 pair of his work pants dirty, and put those in there, had a big load, and we heard the washing machine making a noise, an unfamiliar noise. And I said, where's that noise coming from? And Jerry said, it's the washing machine. I said, there's no way it can be the washing machine. It can't be done yet. It's only been like 10 minutes. So I went in there, there's an error code. Drain, water drain or filter are clogged. Okay, so I opened the door. It's full of water, soapy water, and the clothes, of course. So I know on this front loader there's this tube thing that you can unscrew and pull out and water will come out of it. Well, I figured out after about 10 pitchers full of water that evidently you can drain the tank that way when it doesn't drain itself. So we were able to get the water out of it. And fortunately, our appliance repairman comes to Kingston on Tuesdays, and tomorrow's Tuesday, so he's coming here tomorrow, thank goodness. We'll get that fixed. When you own a home, it's just fix, 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 isn't it? Oh, we had a pretty bad storm last night, and it knocked over one of our trees, and it was a tree that was dead anyway, and we already hired a company to come cut it down and move it, but they hadn't been here yet. So last night the wind decided to knock it over on our fence, and it crushed the fence. So it's just fix it, fix it, fix it. Oh well, at least we know who to call and we can get everything fixed. So anyway, what do you think? So I decided that I needed to cross my bib over in the front. And I thought I was going to make a little strip to put here and make a ring out of it. But my lightning fast mind remembered that I have this fold over elastic. So I just sewed a piece of fold over elastic to it. Pardon the yellow, that's my friction pen. It'll come out telling me where to put it. And so first of all, I sewed it on through both sides. Don't do that, that doesn't work. You have to sew it on the back through one side of the elastic so you have a loop left. So then I thought, okay, I'll have it in my little bag. I'm going to make a bag when I get to my other house, and I'm going to label it Bibonyas. Nobody will know what that means, but I'll know what it means. It means you need to have a bib on you. I'm going to make it all one word, Bibonyas. And so then I'll take it out when I'm with Philly. Philly's probably going to be so embarrassed to eat with me anymore. She's going to be so glad I have a bib. I don't know why Philly never gets anything on her shirts. But she doesn't. She's younger than I am, you know. So you just wrap it around your neck, and then you put the one side through the little piece of elastic. This is an insert. As I was editing my snippets and my bib clips, I remembered I promised I would show you some pictures of my Boo Bear and his little boy that I call Pumpkin Pants. Although I can't call him Pumpkin Pants anymore because he's way too grown up. I was calling him Charlie this time. I make up names for everybody, you know. So super, super cute. So my grandson, my daughter's oldest son, his real name is John, came to replace all the batteries in the coach that were damaged in the storm. And he did. He's so strong. He's over 6 foot and he's got muscles like Arnold Schwarzenegger. It's unbelievable. And Jerry had a table and everything ready for him to do those batteries with. He just picked them up like they were toys. And so he did that. It only took about half a day, thank goodness, and it was all done. So after that, they wanted to go fishing in our pond. Now this pond has been here for years and years. It took Jerry 7 years to build the pond, but it's been done for a long time, like 20 years. And the fish, there's a lot of really big fish in it. And usually when we go fishing down there, we just catch little perch and small bass, and it's usually not very exciting. But this time, it had to be the weather because it was still raining, still cloudy, and we have a dock down there, so we were on the dock. And Jerry bought a little box of worms when they came back from town. And so they had these worms for Pumpkin Pants because, you know, he's just a little boy, 7 years old. So he was fishing with worms. But you believe that kid caught a humongous bass on a worm. Me, being so super, my daughter tells me I have ADD. I'm so excited, so I get my phone and I push the video and I hold it up and I think I'm getting an entire video of this little kid being so excited. He's going, I got one, I got one, I got one, I got one. I think I got 2 I got ones on my video. But I did get some pictures. So just here's a few pictures of my grandson John, who I call Boo Bear, and his little boy Luke, who I call whatever happens to pop into my mind at the time. Here they are. This elastic's kind of shiny on one side and matte on the other. So what you do is you put this on in the car. See, and so then if I was wearing this to the restaurant, it would look really bad, wouldn't it? So I would need a black one. So now I have a bib. I just think this is the most brilliant idea. I'm not kidding, I've got 2 more cut out. I'm getting ready to put them together. So if I was going to go to a restaurant today, which we might, for lunch, I need to hurry up and make a black one. I don't have a black one. I wonder how it would work in knit. I found this really pretty piece of black knit. I think I got this from Gorgeous Fabrics like more than 10 years ago. But it's just a slinky, black, pretty knit. So I don't know, I cut it 9 inches, I think, wide. Let's see if we can make a bib out of it. Let's tie a loop. Are you excited about these bibs? I am. I'm so tired of getting food. Oh look, now that's not too bad. It's skinny. It matches what I have on. Yeah, so people wouldn't question it. So if I spilled something down the front of me, if I spilled it over there, I'd be in trouble because it doesn't go wide enough. But if I spilled it down the center of me, I would be good. I may be in my car for an hour trying to get my scarf on. All right, and so then you tie it. And so then you make a bow. Let's make a bow. I have to look in this mirror. Ooh, that looks hideous. That looks really bad, Joy. Let's make a low bow. Let's make them the same length. And let's make a low bow. You put the top over the bottom, you know that, right? I've taught you how to make a bow. Oh, that doesn't do good either. Ugh. Now see, I don't know, you'd have like 2 little cups here. That could catch something. That's not good. What if we double wrapped it? Let's try that. Let's try a double wrap. I can hear you people talking to me. Try this, try that. Okay, let's try this. Double wrap and put the ends through this hole here. If you can find the hole. I know there's one here somewhere. Put the ends through here. Wrap it around your throat. Ooh, now, hey, hey. Let's try that. Yeah. See, you could spread it out like a butterfly. Like that. The people in the restaurant are going to be talking, let me tell you. What is wrong with that woman? There's some lady with this rope around her neck. I don't want to wait on her. Will you go wait on her? Oh, that's not horrible. That could catch something. Yeah, I think that could work. There you go. Now look, how's that? You know, I could practice eating. Let's play like I'm eating. Let's play like I'm eating a blueberry. This is the lid to my wax. So let's play like I'm eating a blueberry. And I drop it. It landed right there. Let's eat another blueberry. Yes. Hi. I think that landed right there too. I think this is gonna work. Yes, and you don't have to finish the edges of this. This is a knit, it's not gonna ravel. I think it's perfect. So, when I go to lunch today, I'll just put this on in the car and then go in the restaurant. It's just a little country kitchen. It's just a little hamburger joint here in town, if we even go. But yeah, I think that can work. Now this is a rayon, a real slinky, silky knit. If you use a cotton knit, which I have a million of at the other house, if you have a cotton knit, oh, you could just cut them out so fast and make so many. Oh, very nice, very nice. Yes. What do you think? So I'm stopping at these 2. I don't want to sew with my sewing machine when there's a storm, so I'm going to go unplug them. But these 2, till I get home to my other house and make a bag for them, they're going to go in a freezer bag. I just love it. Good Tuesday morning, my friends. I don't even know where I began and where I left off on this video. I'm pretty sure it had something to do with my bibs. Now we're getting ready to go to town today to meet my friend Doreen and her little granddaughter, Emily. And then they're going to come here. Now Doreen is the nurse that used to take care of my mom. And we became very, very good friends while she was taking care of my mom. So excited to see her. We both have storm damage at our house. We have more storm damage. Oh my goodness, I hope the storms are over. So much rain and so much wind. We had a dead tree and we've already hired someone to cut down the dead tree, but the storm 2 nights ago blew the dead tree over. It landed on our fence and it crushed our fence. I mean, not the whole fence, but part of the fence. I mean, the animals could just come in here now. Nothing would stop them. Animals could get out, animals can get in. So we've got to get that fixed. Another thing on our list. When you live in the woods, you've got trees that are 100 years old. Maybe older. I don't know how long they've been here. But they're beautiful. You know, they're 70 foot tall and they're beautiful and we love it. That's why we bought this place here. We love the trees. And we've lost lots of them over the years in storms. So fortunately, none of them have ever fallen on the house. We have one that's grown so tall now that it is up over our roof in the front yard. I think if it did fall on the house, it would actually fall on the garage. So I think this is probably not the best video I ever made. Because I didn't even finish all the bibs I wanted to finish, and we're going to the restaurant today, so I'm going to wear one. I'll have Jerry take a picture of me with my bib on. How about that? Because I have a brand new top on. No, I didn't make it. I like this brand called Kim, I think it's Kim Johnson. I can't see the back of my shirt. I think it's Kim Johnson, and they sell it at Belk. And they often have these shirts on sale for like $8. You know, they start out 18, 24, something like that. And they had them on sale for like $8. And I think I bought 10 of them. Because these don't get holes in them. No matter what I do, I get holes in those cheap $4 shirts from Walmart. You know, my lightning fast mind ought to know that a $4 shirt is not good fabric. But these are, I have several of these from years ago, and they have held up really, really well. So I bought red ones and white ones and blue ones and I don't know how, the pink ones. So you'll be seeing a lot of those on me. But I really do like them. That brand, Kim Johnson. If I have it wrong, I'll come back here and I'll fix it and I'll put the words up somewhere. Let me see if I can look in the mirror. Hold on. Can you look in the mirror backwards? Hello, do you have a sign? Ah, there's a sign. Hold on now. Hold on. Kim? No, it's not Johnson. Kim Rogers? Man, I wasn't even close. Kim Rogers. Kim Rogers. Why did I think Kim Johnson? I'm telling you, you get to be this age, you better check your facts, Jack. Yeah. And somebody will ask me what this little thing is. This is just a thing I bought years ago that goes with t-shirts. It's just a circle with a bar going across in the center. I love these things. This shirt comes way down to here, and that bugs me. I don't like them that long. So two things I can do. I can cut the hem off and shorten it, or I can just pull it up in one of these things and it'll stay up there all day. And then I roll up the sleeves because I don't like long sleeves. I roll up the sleeves and I use my body glue. Some of you bought the body glue. I noticed I bought some more of it too, and I bought the Jobst. Used to be called It Stays. I bought it. It came in a different bottle and it has a different name. I think it's called body glue maybe. I don't have it up here so I can't look. But I like that bottle much, much better than the bottle of It Stays. Same price. So if you order it, I would suggest you get the one that's by Jobst. And of course, you never know what you're going to get. What did I order recently? And it came a completely different brand than what I ordered. I don't know if it was clothes or something to cook with. I don't remember. But I don't know if companies buy other companies and they change the names. I mean, Jobst is Jobst still, isn't it? I don't know. Let me see. It is 11:30 and we've got to meet Doe and Emily at 12:45. So I better start now. So good. What morning is this? Oh my goodness, what day are we on? We're on Wednesday. It's the 21st of May now. So last you saw I was getting ready to go meet my friend Doe and her little granddaughter. Oh, goodness, is that baby cute. We went to meet them for lunch. So I took a picture, getting ready to go right here. Of course, something crazy would happen. You know, nobody ever comes here unless they're repair people. Nobody. They never come here. So I got ready, I put my bib on, and walked out to the driveway to wait for Jerry to come back from the barn or something, and I was standing there with my bib on, all ready to go, waiting for Jerry to show up, and a car drove up. Car I didn't recognize. And a man got out of it, and he went over and started talking to Jerry. Jerry came from the backyard or something. He went over and started talking to Jerry, and I didn't know who he was. Never met him before. Well, turns out there are new neighbors that moved in next door about, I don't know, 6 months, a year ago. You know, we've been up there for a year and a half, and we never had met the new neighbors here. So he and his wife drove over here because one of their dogs was missing, a collie, and they came over here to see if we'd seen their dog. So of course I'm standing there with my new bib on. And Jerry says, oh, this is our new neighbor. His name is Jason. And so I said, well, hello, I'm Joy, happy to meet you. He said, oh, my wife's in the car. And so I walked over to the car with my bib on I bent down. I was on the driver's side of the car. She was in the passenger seat on her iPad or something. So I bent down with my bib hanging in the window to meet the new neighbor. And I even said to her, I said, oh, pardon my bib. I'm sure, like everybody that meets me, I'm sure she just thinks that lady is a total kook. I thought, why, oh, why does somebody have to come over here when I have my bib on? So we got in I met her. She was very, 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 very nice, and so was he. And so I'll probably have them over for dinner next time we come. So they left and went back looking for their dog. And we went to town to meet Doe and little Miss Emily. And I had my bib on, of course. So we're sitting there eating at the restaurant. Terrible, terrible help there. This is a restaurant that's been here since we moved here 27 years ago. It has had probably 10 different owners. Just in the last couple of years, it's had like 3 different owners. We ended up getting to that restaurant a little bit late, and so we were like the only ones in there, but there was 2 girls there. And the one girl that came up to our table, you wouldn't even have known she worked there. She just came over and she just stood there. Just stood there. She didn't say, hello, welcome to the restaurant, what can I get you? And I said, well, we need something to drink. I said, I want some tea, and my husband will want water, and Doreen said what she wanted. And so she just turns around, she leaves. She didn't say anything. Oh, it was unbelievable. I wouldn't say she was rude. I mean, she was nothing. And the other lady there never said a single word. She was like behind the counter where all of the drink machines and the ice machine and stuff is. And she was wandering back and forth, and neither one of them was dressed like a waitress. And just shockingly not nice service. But the food that we ordered was actually very, very good. She got my order wrong. I ordered a burger, and I said I want mayonnaise, lettuce, and tomato, and cheese. That's what I said. Mayonnaise, lettuce, tomato, and cheese. It came with mustard, mayonnaise, and onions. So, again, she just brought her order, would you like anything else? Can I bring you anything? Never refilled our drinks. Jerry's glass was empty, my glass was empty. Never refilled it. But I had my bib on. And so I waved her over to the table, and I said, they got my order wrong. I said, I don't eat mustard, it upsets my stomach, and I don't want onions. Well, do you want a different bun? So she went back, and about 10 minutes later, she came out with a new bottom bun with just mayonnaise on it. So that worked out all right. It was really one of the best hamburgers I've ever had because they put lots of tomatoes and lots of lettuce, and I love lots of lettuce. So that was okay. But anyway, maybe she was just shocked by my bib. But I asked Jerry to snap my picture. So here's that picture. So I'm sure by now you're thinking, when is this video ever going to end? It ends right now. Bye.